Ash, Simba, Hydrox, and Boo, the LuckyFerals.
Okay, so I just got home a little while ago, and Boo showed up. He's near the back door. He's looking for food, and he looks like he's all scraped up. At first I thought that was white paint on him, but that's not white paint. That's where it looks like some fur has gotten scraped off. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know if that's a fight. I don't know if he was getting into like a close space and he like scraped it off of himself. I don't know what happened there. But I'm gonna give him some food right now. So here's Boo. I haven't seen him for a while. Just gave him a bunch of food. He's looking really thin. He doesn't need to look this thin because there is the automated feeder with the dry food in it. But I don't know where he's been. I don't know where he goes. He looks like he might have been in some fights. I mean, see his ear. And do you see his face? Right now he's eating really close to me. He's about 2 feet away from me. I'm on top of like some little cement steps, and he's just below it. So there goes Boo. He's walking away. If he walks straight through the fence and then to the right, there's like a little hole under my neighbor's front porch. And I've seen cats go in there, they hang out there. I don't think my neighbors have any idea that the cats do that. And also, it does not look like this cat has been TNR'd. If anyone has any questions about his ear being tipped, as he walked away, it looked like this cat is still an intact cat, so it's not a TNR. I don't know if it's a fight, or I don't know if he just got stuck somewhere and kind of scraped himself getting out. There's really no way to tell. Play? Hydrox. Have you been beating up Boo? Are you beating up Boo? It is now about 8 p.m. I just got home and Boo was hanging out on the patio, and when I went inside he came by the back door. So I just gave him some food because he looks hungry again. And I also put some medicine in it. I put an herbal extract in there, an herbal tincture. There's no alcohol in it, and it has some herbs in there against infection, against parasites, against fungus. I did some research, and if that's not a scrape, and if that's not the result of a fight, it could potentially be ringworm, although ringworm would show up round. And to me, that does kind of look like a scrape. The more I look at it, it looks like, I don't know if it's like a cat scrape. It almost looks like 2 claws of a paw. Maybe he got in a fight. I don't know. I have security camera footage for the areas outside of my house. I'm gonna look through that footage. It only keeps the past 7 days though. So I don't know if anything is gonna show up on there. So here's Boo eating his food. Right now I'm about 3 feet away from Boo. And if I turn around, there's Hydrox eating his food. I'm probably about 10 feet away from Hydrox. I figure if I feed them separately, they'll get along and they won't fight over the food. Now Hydrox, I looked at him. He does not look like he has any like scratches or anything. So I don't know if Boo got in a fight with him. I've seen Hydrox get in fights before, years ago. I haven't seen him get in a fight over the past few years. And if he was in a fight with Boo, I would think Boo would be able to fight back a little bit better, so there might be some kind of like scratches or something on Hydrox. I see nothing on him. And there's Simba at the back door looking to see what's going on. I just fed them inside. So here's Boo again. I'm gonna go inside and put some bug spray on and then come out here and spend some more time with him. I just gave him some of the leftover raw food from the cat's dinner. Now Hydrox does not like this raw food at all, but it looks like Boo really enjoys it. I did not really feed these cats much raw food until they were inside. I used that as my bribe mechanism. When the roasted chicken stopped working to get them inside, I used to bribe them with the raw food. So I'm not going to continue to feed Boo raw food outside. I can, however, use that as a tool if I know he really likes it and if it's his favorite to interact with me. Now it's starting to rain. There's Stella and Simba in the window. They're watching Boo. Now, one thing you don't want to do if you're feeding feral cats is invade their space. You can try to gauge how close you can get to them, but you don't want to try to pet them, and you don't want to try to get too close to them. Like with Stella and the other cats, I let them come to me. Like if Boo continued to eat here and he felt more comfortable with me, he would then approach me and he would like rub against my legs or something like that. to let me know that it's okay for interaction. You always have to wait for the cat to give you some kind of signal or sign. You have to watch their behavior and look for signs in their behavior that they are more comfortable with you. I haven't really seen that with Boo yet. He does come within a few feet of me, but he hasn't really initiated much more than that. So it's starting to rain more. I am going to put the rest of Boo's food under the table just so it doesn't get wet in case he wants to eat more of it. He has this shelter that he can go into, and he also has the other wooden cat shelter under the house. He could go into either of those. Hey, Boo! Boo! Hey, Boo! Have a good night, Boo, okay? What are you guys doing? So it's now like 5 minutes later, and I'm still out here. I had to unload some stuff from my car, and I decided to peek in on Boo, see if he left or what he's doing, and this is what he's doing. This is his hangout. He looks tired. I think he might have claimed that blue tub as his home, or one of his shelters. There's a little rug to lay on. I don't want to touch too much under there right now because I don't want to spook him and scare him away. There's actually 2 little cat toys under Boo right now. So there's a fish that I put some catnip on like a week or 2 ago, and he was playing with that. And there's another like little football toy back there also. Boo looks like he might take a little nap right now. Maybe he'll go in that tub if I leave. So that is what's going on with Boo right now. Okay, he just walked through the gate. I don't know if you could see him. It looked like he was playing with something over there. Like he was kind of like jumping around on it. I hope it wasn't like a mouse. There he goes. He's crossing the street. He just crossed the street. And he's gonna roam in the woods for a while. Or maybe he's gonna do his business. He looks like a little panther. I can't zoom in anymore. The camera is as zoomed in as it'll go. And there he is. He's off in the woods somewhere. So today is the next day. It's around 2 p.m. in the afternoon. And here's Boo. He came back, he was eating some dry food. I left some wet food out for him earlier today. And it looks like that's gone, but I don't know if he ate it or someone else ate it. How are you, Boo? Hey, Boo. What are you doing? You're hanging out? So Boo is very hungry today. He ate some treats, which was good, and I was giving the treats to him a little bit closer each time. He came within probably a foot of me, and then he realized how close he was and he backed away. So I gave him a Sheba Perfect Portions, the chicken cuts and gravy. He gobbled that up. And now he's eating the Sheba Perfect Portions chicken pate. He's doing a good job on this also. If he eats all of this, then I'll give him another one. I remember when Stella used to be outside, she would eat like 6 of those at a time, of those perfect portions. They might be a perfect portion for an inside cat, but for an outside cat, they're not a perfect portion at all. Outside cats eat a lot more food than inside cats. And look how skinny they are. Here. Want some Sheba? Oh, Sheba, come on. Hold on, wait for me. Wait for me. Eat it. So I don't know if you were able to see that, but he is getting much closer to me when I'm putting the food out. And here's Stella watching from the window. So right now it is about 7:35 p.m. Boo is at the back door. I just prepared a small dish of food for him. This is 2 of the Sheba perfect portions. And there he is in the back door. He came up to the back door. He was first across the patio, and then I said, hey, Boo, do you want to eat? So I came inside to prepare the food, and as I did that, he came up to the back door. This is very similar to what Stella did. Now, I'm inside the door, and there's the plate of food, and he can see the plate of food. Right now, he's looking at Hydrox, probably, so he keeps an eye on Hydrox. But this is one of the things that I did with Stella and the kittens also. I would bring a plate of food up to the door and let them see it. So that way they associate being inside with food, which is something that they want and something that they like. So for all the people out there who might say, oh, that's so mean, feed him right away. No, the best time to train a cat is when they're hungry before they eat. And if you want to eventually bring a cat inside, you want them to be comfortable coming inside, and you want to give them some kind of incentive to come inside. So if you could let them see the food inside, then they're going to think, okay, maybe it's not so bad to be inside. Maybe it's a safe place to be inside because there's food inside, and I really like food. So this is one of the tactics that I used almost on a daily basis with Stella and the kittens, way before they ever wanted to come inside. And maybe this is one of the reasons why Stella was so happy to come inside when she did come inside, and also Simba splashed a little bit more work because they associated being inside with an abundant supply of yummy food. So let's take this out. See, right now, look, the door's open and he's not even like running away. So here's Boo eating his food. I find it very interesting that since I came back yesterday afternoon when Boo showed up with this big fur loss on his head, he's been here for every meal. So he was here in the afternoon for his lunch. Then he came back around this time yesterday for dinner. Then he was here this morning for like breakfast, more like a brunch. It was like brunch hour. And then right now he's here for dinner again. So he's been here almost non-stop since he had whatever incident he had. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with this, because last fall, I would say maybe like 2 or 3 months before Stella came inside, there was a week where she was gone for like 5 days. She was just missing for 5 days. She had come around pretty much every single day for food, multiple times a day, and then she just went missing. So we didn't know what happened to her. We figured she probably got stuck somewhere, because there are some buildings around here, some sheds and garages not too far away that are kind of rickety. They have holes cats can get into. Maybe they got stuck in there. And then one day she showed up, and it definitely looked like she was stuck somewhere, because she was thinner and her white fur was pretty much all like brown. It was like she was rolling around in the dirt somewhere. And I started feeding her at that time, like when she got back, and she ate like 6 of the Sheba perfect portions in a row. So she was like starving. And ever since then she started coming around a whole lot more. It was like she knew this was like a safe place and she didn't want whatever happened to her to happen again. So I'm kind of getting the same feeling now with Boo. He was in some kind of incident and now he's coming around because he knows there's relative safety here in this yard. Okay, Boo just finished off 2 of the Shiba Perfect Portions. I am going to go get him another one. Now he's looking at the dry food. Giving you more. Here, there's more food here. Come on. Squashing it down for you so you could eat it better. Okay? Yeah. Right here. Eat it up. Here, come on, Boo. Here's water. Come here. Here. So I just filled up the little plastic container that the Shiba comes in. I put some water in there. It made like a broth. There is water out here on the patio, but just in case he wants to drink that or he likes it better. So I just straightened up those mats under the house between one cat house and the other cat shelter, and Boo has already made himself at home there, just hanging out. Hey, Boo. So this is one of the outside baskets. It's pretty much the same type of basket that the cats use inside. They first used these baskets outside. So they used them outside, and then when they came inside and saw the same baskets were inside, they were already familiar with them. So it was another thing they were familiar with when they came inside. So what I'm going to do is I am putting this basket outside here for Boo. It has been outside. I just took it inside and washed it up. Nice thing about the plastic baskets is that they are weatherproof. So you can use them for outdoor cats, and the cats do like laying in these like it's a cat bed. So I'm going to take this right now and I'm going to put it down here next to the plastic bin that Boo likes. The reason why I'm putting it in this location is because if he lays in it in this location, he has a really good view of like 3 or 4 different angles of the backyard, so he's not going to feel like he's trapped. He could see any other cats or any other animals that might be walking up. So I'm going to put that here. I had this in a few different locations when Stella and the kittens were outside. So we'll see if he likes it. He's right there. He didn't move when I put the basket down. I've been playing with him in this like toy on a stick. They love these. And there he goes. But he likes to play with toys. He got used to them last year. Like Hydrox doesn't like playing with toys, but Boo played with toys last year with Stella and the kittens. So he doesn't mind playing with toys. He actually kind of likes them. Now this toy has been in the garage pretty much all winter. I don't think there's any catnip on this one. This is one of those toys from the Dollar Tree. They usually don't put catnip on them. I don't want to give him any catnip toys right now, just because I don't want him to get crazy. Hey, Boo. Hello, Boo. Hello, Boo. Okay, that's the first time he smelled the stick. He wouldn't go near the stick before. It's now 8:30 p.m. I'm still out here with Boo, and he wanted some more food. What I do is I clean out the dry food from the automatic feeder at night because I don't want a whole lot of raccoons having a party here. So I usually scoop it out and put it into a plastic tub. And today, as I was scooping it out, Boo came over like he was looking for some to eat. So I put more on his plate. So tonight for dinner, he's eaten 3 of the Sheba Perfect Portion turkey pâtés, and now he's eating a bunch of the dry food. So he finished off all that food, and I just gave him some more dry food because he was looking in the empty feeder bowl for food again. So it's probably like 8:45 at this point. It's starting to get dark. I can't be out here with him much longer because I haven't gotten anything done since I got home. I haven't even fed the inside cats yet. And there he goes through the fence. And here's the audience in the window. So today is the 3rd day in a row that Boo has been here for dinner. I just gave him some food. It is a mix of wet food, dry food, and additional water. I also put some herbal tincture in there, and the herbal tincture is an anti-parasite tincture, antibiotic, antifungal, again, just in case he needs any help with healing that hair loss area on his head. I don't see a scab. I don't see any kind of bruising, or I don't see any blood, but it is weird. It does look like it's growing back in already, but I don't know, maybe it's just lighting. Maybe I'm just used to it now. Eat your food, Hydrox. Come here. Eat your food. And here's Hydrox. He's eating on the other side of the patio. I'm keeping them separate because I don't know how well they get along, if they get along at all. Hydrox is eating the same thing that Boo is eating. He also has a herbal tincture in his. Also, it's only 2 drops for a cat. The herbal tincture is anti-parasitic, so it helps against worms of all kind if he has any. And here's one member of the audience. And here's the other member of the audience. So right now I am sitting here probably like 4 or 5 feet away from Boo. I'm far enough so that he's comfortable, but I'm definitely close enough so he knows I'm here and I'm not a threat. So I'm just going to sit here for a while he eats, so he gets comfortable with me around. So he finished eating his food, and now he's walking over to the cat area under the house. I fixed those mats yesterday, so now they're neater. They're not in a bunched up pile anymore. He's going to sit there and clean himself. And then he's going to hang out. Maybe we could play with a toy. Hydrox is still eating his food. He left for a little while, then he just came back. So I get a lot of comments on this channel from people that say these cats are too clean to be feral cats. I don't know, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I understand that some feral cats might have a hard time with things, and maybe they don't have a lot of time to groom, but these cats, they always groom themselves after they eat. And if a feral cat has someone who's feeding them and giving them water, then they have a lot more time to groom themselves because they're not always hunting for prey. So this is what a feral cat looks like when they're grooming themselves. Well, now he's just sitting there, hanging out. Now he's a feral cat loaf. And this is what he looks like today. He's not looking too good. I mean, he honestly looks worse on the video than he does in person. This close-up is not doing him any favors. He doesn't look this bad in person. He just looks like he has like some fur missing from between his eyes. So Boo's just sitting here hanging out. He's been closing his eyes. He looks like he wants to take a nap. See him close his eyes? So he looks like he just wants to rest, take a nap. Maybe he feels safer because I'm sitting here. He obviously must feel comfortable with me sitting here because he's closing his eyes. If he thought it was a threat, he would not be closing his eyes. So I'm gonna just hang out here on the patio for a while. I want to get some stuff done. I want to clean some stuff up, so I'm not just gonna sit in this chair right now. It's probably like 7:15 p.m. And there goes Boo closing his eyes again. So this is a catnip pouch. It's basically just a small envelope with a few, maybe like a teaspoon of dried catnip in it. Then I seal up the envelope, and last summer, I gave these to the cats to play with in the yard. They enjoyed playing with it. They could just basically chew it up and then get to the catnip eventually. Just instead of having a bunch of weather-beaten cat toys in the yard, I just thought these were economical, and once they chip the paper, you just throw the paper out and it's biodegradable. So I'm gonna give this to Boo right now. Maybe he'll enjoy it today. There's Boo. Maybe he remembers that. Right now, I'm squatting down here. I'm probably like 3 feet away from him. He's not far from me at all. He keeps looking for Hydrox, because Hydrox is probably in the bushes on the other side of the patio. I don't think he's there, though, because I just walk that way. Well, aren't you going to play with your catnip? You don't want to play? You don't want to play? You just want to rest? Okay, we'll just rest. And just hang out and rest. I guess he wants to just lay under the house right now. And here's the audience. Hello, audience. It is now 7:45 and Boo is eating some of the dry food out of the automated feeder. I am going to perform a little experiment with this feeder. What I'm doing is I'm putting it away just because pretty much the birds have been using it as a bird feeder and there's bird poop everywhere. So I'm going to put the feeder away for a little while. I'm also thinking that will help Boo and potentially also Hydrox interact with me more, because if there's not a machine feeding them, then they have to come to a person for food. And that's what Stella and the kittens did all last summer. This automated feeder did not go up until the middle of September because I was going away for a few weeks. Prior to that, the only time they got fed was when they came to the back door or when I gave them food. So he's gonna eat this right now. So I gave Boo his little packet of catnip under the house where he was hanging out, and he's having a really good time with it, rolling all over it. He was also playing with that little fish. He keeps an eye out for Hydrox, like he's always looking to see what Hydrox is doing. I think they have this patio split up territory-wise, that Boo gets this half of the patio and Hydrox gets the other half of the patio. That's the way it seems to me, because Boo's always on this side, Hydrox is always on the other side. So I've decided that I am going to give Boo this scratcher. This is the scratcher that was hanging on the door inside. The cats had a really good time with the other scratcher. But Boo looks like he wants to scratch on stuff. So I'm going to put this under the house where it's not going to get wet. That way the cardboard will stay good and he can continue to scratch up. So there's the scratcher under the house. I just have to get him to use it now. He's hanging out here under the table. When he saw me come out with the scratcher, he like ran up to me like, what is that? Okay, it's 8 o'clock now and I just took out this treat bag and I swear Boo already recognized it as a treat bag because he pretty much came within a foot of me to get his treats. So I gave him some treats. Now he's back to eating the rest of his food. He's been switching between the food that I gave him on the plate and cleaning out the rest of the food in the automatic feeder. He pretty much ate everything that was in that bowl. And now he's finishing off the food here. Okay, he's gonna check out that scratching pad. Let's see if he scratches it. He's been looking for stuff to scratch. Notice he's cleaning himself again. Cats are very clean creatures. The feral cats keep themselves nicely groomed when possible. Okay, so I just shut off this feeder, so it's not going to dispense any food. I don't want to leave it out here just in case the raccoons get really angry with it and want to tear the bowl off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this into my garage. It's going to sit there while I conduct this experiment. I want to see what happens with Boo and Hydrox if there is not an automated supply of food out here. I know with indoor cats, if I keep the automated feeder going inside, it's really hard to make any progress with Splash. I make much more progress with him when I feed them by hand myself. So I want to see what's going to happen out here. I hope they don't get into a fight over food. I don't think they should, but you never know. Now, if I go away for a weekend, then the feeder will obviously come back out. I think Boo just got comfortable there. There's also 2 other toys hanging off of this lounge chair. He really likes that ball. See, now this lounge chair, this was all about location also, because this lounge chair was on the other side of the patio and Boo was never using it. And then I just moved it to this side of the patio and now he's like all over it. So a lot of times with cats, it's just where something is. See, that's what I want to see him doing. I want to see him start like rubbing up against stuff, like kind of like marking his territory, like what Stella and the kittens started doing last year. So that's how I know he'll feel like he's happy here and he's really comfortable when he starts walking around the furniture and, you know, doing what cats do, rubbing up against everything. Now he's checking out the cat condo. This was outside last year. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Check this out. Now he's at the back door and there's Stella and Simba. I think Splash is back there too. And here's Boo. Hey, Boo. This is the audience in the window. And here's Boo. Okay, so just to recap, what I did today is I took this cat condo. Last year, this was outside in the patio, pretty much in a similar location. Then I brought it inside recently. The cats don't like using it inside, so I just brought this back outside to see if Boo would like to use it. I gave Boo the scratcher from inside also, just to see if he wants to use that. I moved this cat lounge chair from the other side of the patio where he was not using it to this side of the patio where he has been using it. And I took away the automatic cat feeder, which has been out here for the past 10 months, since the middle of September last year. I'm doing this as a test. to see if he will want to interact with me more. I also fed him. He ate that big bowl of food as well as a bunch of dry food that was in the feeder, and he ate treats. And now this is where he's hanging out. It's starting to get dark. I want to run to the store before it closes. The stores here close at 9:30 and it's already like after 8:30. So I'm gonna have to go inside and leave Boo out here with all of his new stuff. Okay, so I was just feeding him a few more treats and he came like right up to me. He was like within 6 inches of my foot. And then when I went to put some more treats on the ground near him, he touched my hand with his paw. It was like a very light smack. He didn't have his claws out or anything. I don't know if he was trying to play or what, but I'm just documenting this as I go along. First morning without the automated feeder, and here's Hydrox waiting in the middle of the patio, watching the back door, wanting to be fed. And there's Hydrox outside. He's eating his food. I just fed him, gave him some dry food, wet food, and I wet it all down with some water. So here's Boo. He just showed up. Good morning, Boo. Good morning, Boo. Here's the food I put out for him. Maybe he doesn't know it's here because it's a new thing now. This is the first day. So I'm going to move the food over. Oh, now he sees it. Now he sees it. Okay, he just came right out to eat. Feral cats are very, very smart. And again, looking at his head, looking at his ear, I don't see anything. There's no scabs, there's no blood, there's no puncture wounds, there's really nothing. Hydrox, eat your food. Hey guys, I have a Dollar Tree haul here. I just got back from the Dollar Tree. I bought a bunch of stuff for the outside cats, for Boo to be comfortable. So I'm going to start this haul outside. So the first thing I got were these mats. They had these small little rug mats. That's what they look like on the back. So I got this gray striped one. I also got this gray striped one. And then they also had these gray mats. The reason I bought these is because I want to put new mats in the cat condo, the IKEA rolling cart that was converted into a cat condo last year. It's been outside, and this is what I had inside of it last year, so I bought 3 more of these because I know these work well for that purpose. And then they also had these. This is the first time that I ever saw these in a Dollar Tree. They are large squares of carpet, and they are really heavy. And on the back, it's like a really heavy, like rubber or vinyl. And I just noticed this. I didn't even notice this in the store. It says, "Biscuit says simply the best," and then it shows a dog. So maybe these are for pets or for dogs. I don't know. It says they're made in the USA. They just look like they're some kind of like carpet remnants. But I like the fact that they're really heavy and they're not gonna, like, a cat could even scratch it. They're not gonna like move around a whole lot. Whereas these are really light and they do move around a lot. So I bought these ones, the heavy ones, to put under the house where Boo's been hanging out. And yeah, I'm gonna put these where I want to put them, and then I'll show you the results. So here's the cat condo right now. It just has some old towels in it. So I'm gonna replace these with the mats. And these mats are too big for the cat condo. They do work nicely when I put them this way. So I'm basically pretty much just going to cut them in half. There's one folded in half, and that will fit perfectly. So here's what the cat condo looks like with the mats inside of it. It looks much better than with the towels inside of it. I like how the gray of the mats matches the gray of the cat condo. And since I only used half of each mat in each level, I still have 1.5 mats left. So it's actually enough to redo these again in a few months if these mats get all funky. And yes, I did just use a regular pair of scissors to cut through those mats. Now this is what is currently going on in the little alcove under the house. It's those other mats, and then I put a scratcher there. So I'm going to put these heavy-duty carpet mats under there, and these should stay in place better because they're heavier, and they should look nicer also. And here's what the rug under the house looks like right now. I was able to cut a piece down to size with a box cutter. It was really easy to cut. The size of these squares are really pretty perfect for this little alcove area. Do you see the color change on the cement? See how cement is darker out here and it's lighter under here? Because under here it doesn't get hit by all of the elements. Maybe the very edge of this carpet might get a little rain on it, but the vast majority of the weather happens out here. So it's really like the perfect size for this area under the house. So that's what's there. And then I put another piece on this side. It's not laying flat right now because there's some wood under the shelter area to keep it raised off the ground, and that wood is a little bit too long, so eventually I'll have that wood cut down, and then this piece will lay flatter. And then we have that Think Positive mat from last year. So I think this looks a lot better and a lot neater than it did before with just a bunch of those other rugs haphazardly thrown under there. So the other thing that I'm doing right now is I am taking this scratcher, the cardboard scratcher, out of this box. Now, it was in the box when it was hanging up, which I think is fine, but I did notice yesterday that when Boo went to use the scratcher, he would use this and the box would just like slide. So if I take it out of the scratcher, it's not gonna slide all over and he's gonna like it a lot better. So there's the scratcher, and here's Boo's little hangout area under the house. So he has nice new rugs that are not gonna move around. They're gonna be really secure there. He has his own cardboard scratcher. He has a little envelope with some catnip in it, and he has a sardine cat toy. Okay, so I just moved the Think Positive mat to near the other cat house. It's like a little welcome mat. And then here, in its place, I put one of those gray mats that were previously under the house. The reason why is because this is where this little plastic cat bed was, and when the landscapers came, they were blowing leaves and everything, they kind of blew it away. So I just put it back here, and it doesn't move around much on this gray rug. So if Boo goes to lay in this or play with this little cat bed, it's not going to move around a whole lot. So these are all of the pieces that are left over right now. I have these two mats. I didn't know if I was going to use them or not, but I figured let me buy them. They're $1 while I see them. This piece of the heavy-duty carpeting, and then these other pieces if I want to refill the cat condo. So these are going to go into my garage, just in storage. I'm just going to do the rest of this haul out here also. That way I could just put everything away when I get it inside. So let me show you the other stuff that I got at the Dollar Tree. I bought 3 cans of the Friskies pate. They sell these large cans there, which is a good deal for only $1. 1 can of the ocean white fish and tuna, 1 can of the poultry platter, 1 can of the turkey and giblets dinner. These are all pate. If I'm buying canned food for cats, I like to stick with the pate because it has the highest real meat content versus like the bits and the shreds and all the other weird stuff that are usually filled with a lot of like starches, grains, and fillers. So I do always look for the pate, so I got these. They also had these sectional pet bowls, and I've been looking for sectional bowls for the cats since I took the automatic feeder away now. When I feed them, I'm going to give them food, wet food, dry food mixed with a little liquid, and I'm also going to give them water. So that's why I got these. Last year when I had Stella, the kittens, and Boo, I gave them the bigger party platters because that had 4 sections for food and 1 section for water, but I'm not comfortable feeding Boo and Hydrax off of the same party platter right now. So I got these. I got 2 of this like yellow color, although this color looked green in the store, but that's fine. I got 2 of the red color and I got 2 of the blue color. The reason why is because I do rotate them. So if I give them, let's say I give them breakfast in the blue ones, these will be outside all day, and then when I come home to give them dinner, I won't have to wash these right away. I can give them dinner in the red ones, and while they're eating out of the red ones, the blue ones can be washed and recycled for breakfast. And then I have 2 others just in case my schedule gets crazy busy and I don't have a chance to wash them right away. They go into like a utility tub and they'll sit there, and that way with 3 sets, it'll work out a lot better than if I had to kind of wash and clean after each meal. My schedule is just a little too hectic for that. So I got these were $1 each. It's a good deal. I picked up a set of these power clips. These are just kind of the heavy duty clips to keep bags shut. So I need some for bags of dry cat food. I also need some for bags of litter just to make sure that the cats don't get into them. So that's what I want to use these for. And then I got this set of plastic cooking covers. They're basically, it's just basically like rigid plastic. I mean, it is bendable. These are 2 pieces. I got that, and then I also got this chopper scraper. And I know looking at these, you're probably like, well, that's not cat stuff. So what I want to do with these is I want to use these for scooping up litter. Sometimes when the cats use the litter box, there could be like, I don't know, like a cup or more of litter outside of the litter box, and I hate like just vacuuming it up and wasting it. And a lot of times if I use like a little like dustpan and broom, it doesn't work too well on the litter. So that's why I got this. I'll be able to use this like the dustpan and then this like a broom and just like scrape everything in. So this is like what I'm talking about. I just got back and there's litter kicked outside of the box. That's what happens when these boxes are filled with litter. Sometimes when the level goes down a little bit, they're not as messy. So I'm going to use these new things that I bought to scoop up the litter. Yeah, so that just saved a whole bunch of litter. It worked fairly well, and I just need to vacuum up the rest. It's about 5:30 p.m. I'm feeding the cats early today because I have an event to go to tonight. And here's the food inside the door. These are the new feral cat feeder bowls. This is some wet food, some dry food, and some water. And then this is some water. They're both getting the same thing. And here's Boo. Can you see him? He's sitting very close to the door. He's probably about 2 feet away from the door, waiting for his food. This is one of his new favorite spots. So I put his dish under the little feeder table that I have from last year. It's 2 feet by 2 feet by 1 feet tall. It's just enough to cover their food from the elements. That's why we made this table last year, so if I fed the cats and if it started to rain at any point, it would keep the food from getting wet. They love it when you add additional water and liquid to their food. First of all, cats love broth, and second of all, they don't tend to drink enough water most of the time. So it's good to give them that additional liquid. He's really enjoying that right now. And here's Hydrox eating his. He's licking his up also. They both really like their new dishes. Now, whether or not they drink any of the water in the water compartment, I don't really care because there's a lot of liquid in the food section. The other nice thing about these dishes is that they have like rubber on the bottom in the four corners. You see that darker section on the leg? It's like a little rubber area, so they don't slide around. They're watching each other as they eat. I would say that they're probably maybe 20 feet away from each other. Maybe less. I don't know where Hydrax went, but he tends to do this. He'll eat like half of his food, and then he goes off somewhere, and then he'll come back and finish it off. Oh, I see. So one of my neighbors is walking their dog down the street. It's on the other side of some tall bushes. He probably heard it, so he's gonna go see what's going on there. And there's Simba in the window, watching the outside cats. Boo looks like he's done for now. Again, he likes to eat part of it, and then he'll go sit down, groom himself, take a little rest, and then he'll go back and he'll eat more. Oh, he must smell some catnip on the floor. Okay, there he is on the new carpet. And there's the scratcher. I took it out of the box. And there's the envelope of catnip. Good, he's scratching it. So notice as he's moving around on these rugs are not moving at all. Those other smaller rugs would be moving all over the place. So I'm really happy that I found these today. They were cheap and they were exactly what I wanted to put under here. Something sturdy and durable and heavy. Okay, see, he ripped open the envelope. So now he's going to get to the catnip. So right now it's like 6:20 and I'm leaving my house. Hopefully I'll be back before it gets dark. This is supposed to be over at 8:30. But it looks like Boo's been waiting here. He just wants to hang out with me, but I can't do that. So I'm going to give him a few treats and then I'm going to get going. Hey, Boo. I'll probably give him like 12 treats. I just put them on the floor because I need to get going. Hydrox is sitting here on the other side of the bushes, watching Boo. I hope they get along. So right now it is 8:45. I left the event early because it was running late, but I wanted to get home before it got dark. And look where Boo is. He's waiting for me by the steps. He has been sitting under the house on that cardboard cat scratcher. And the reason I know is because I put a security camera under the table facing him. And I checked on it a few times while I was away. And that's where he was. He was sitting on the cat scratcher. So he really likes that. That's really cute. He didn't finish his dinner, but I think he's hanging out waiting for me because he wants to play, because I did not play with him yet today. And I've played with him yesterday and the day before. So I'm going to go put my bag inside and I'm going to come out here and play with him for a little bit. He's decided that he is going to finish the rest of his food. He's been sitting under the house, waiting for me. And now that I'm back, he's going to eat his dinner. Maybe he'll play after he eats. But the problem is that it's almost 9 p.m. at this point, and it's getting dark. And I can't be out here in the dark with him all night. But he has the wooden cat house if he wants to go in there. He has the plastic tub. There's 2 plastic tub shelters. One's under the house, one's on the side of the yard. He has the nice carpeted area. And there's the motion spotlight just went off. He has the nice carpeted area under the house. And this whole yard is fenced in, so he does have a lot of protection. There are raccoons that walk through the yard, skunks, possums, stuff like that. But these animals usually just kind of peacefully coexist. Stella's watching from the door. Splashes in the window. I just gave him some dry food, because usually when he's looking for food, if he still has food in his bowl, he's looking for dry food. He might have gotten used to it when it was in the automatic feeder. Now there's 2 cats in the window. And 1 cat in the door. So Boo just spent about 10 minutes grooming himself. Now he's back under the house. He loves that cardboard scratcher. He was laying on it. He's playing with his little football toy. He still has a little bit of catnip left in the envelope. So it looks like he's going to hang out here for a while. And I am going to call it a night and go inside, because I can't be out here all night with him. But I just want to document what's going on with this cat. And the whole socialization process, and the training process, and stuff like that. Yep, the security light went off again. Okay, it is, I don't know, like 7:45 a.m. And I just brought out some new food for Boo. And here he comes. I don't know if you heard him, but he meowed as he was coming from the back of the yard. Eat your breakfast. So this is what is left from Hydrox's dish from yesterday. Like someone or something ate all the food. And there's water. So I'm replacing it with the fresh one. And yes, I am wearing plastic gloves, just because if I'm picking up these dirty dishes and I don't know what kind of animals have been eating out of them, I just want to, I'm just for sanitary reasons. So Boo's eating his food. And this is Boo's bowl from overnight. Again, someone or something ate all the food. And look at the water. See how dirty this water is? So most likely raccoons or skunks were taking a bath in it and cleaning their paws. So now these are going to be hosed off outside, because see all those ants walking around on them? Yeah, I don't want ants in my home. Right now it's about 9:55 a.m. I'm heading out to run some errands, and it looks like Boo ate all his food. Right now it is 12:52 p.m. I'm just about to leave for my office, and I look out the window, and look who's sitting in the grass by the woods. Maybe he's hunting. Could be hunting birds. Could be hunting mice. I don't know what he's doing. Now my mail carrier is just about to deliver the mail. So once she delivers my mail, I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna see what Boo does. Guess what, guys? That was not Boo at all. That was Hydrox. He got up to walk into the woods and I saw the whites on the bottom of his legs. So that was actually Hydrox. And I guess when the mail carrier walked up, he decided to go farther into the woods. It is 6:45 p.m. I just got home. Here is Hydrox sitting in the bushes waiting for food. Although he didn't eat any of the food from before, probably because he was out hunting. And look who's here. Look who's on the patio. It's Boo. Boo ate all of his food, or at least all of the food from his bowl is gone. Hey, Boo! Okay, I got the 2 bowls of food here. Hey, Boo! Boo's getting Sheba turkey pate with some dry food and a bunch of water. And this is Hydrox. Hydrox is getting turkey friskies because it was the end of the can, and some dry food, and then in here I just put water in the can so he has like a broth. Hydrox is eating his food, and Boo's not eating his food. Maybe I gotta take it out from under here. Maybe he doesn't want to eat it under. I just gave Boo his food. Eat your food, Boo. I guess he didn't want to eat it under the table because Hydrox is not eating under a table. Right now, this cat is probably 18 inches away from me. This camera is zoomed all of the way out. And he's like right here. And he's drinking all the liquid out of his food. So when feeding outside cats and feral cats, it's always a good idea to put extra liquid in their food, because that way they do get their water. Even though they have water available, sometimes they don't always drink it. So this is now the 5th day in a row that Boo has been here for every single meal. Before he had this little scrape up, I saw him maybe once a week the most. And now since he's had this incident, he's been here multiple times a day. And he's been here for every breakfast and every dinner. And this is what those new rug mats look like. So far I'm really happy with them. They haven't moved at all. And they're really sturdy. And the other ones used to slide all over the place. So this is looking good. Now, one of the other things that I might do is move this rug. You see this black area rug? Last year I used this rug outside on the patio for the kittens. It was like a kitten training rug. They were all playing on it. It was like their play rug outside because I don't want them playing on the patio, on the hard concrete. So then for the winter I put it away. The cats were inside. And now, a few weeks ago, I brought it back out thinking maybe Boo or Hydrox might want to play on it. They haven't really been using it. And I'm thinking maybe it's because it's in a different place than it was last year. Last year it was on a different side of the patio, and right now it's kind of like right in the middle. So Maybe I'll move this over to where the rug was last year, and I'll be really curious as to whether Boo will play in it once I move the rug. Because I feel like right now Boo's not using the rug only because it's too close to Hydrox's side of the patio. Boo is still eating. Boo likes to eat. He drank all of the liquid out of that food. Now he's eating the food. So it is 7:03 p.m. Boo just finished eating for now. There's still a little bit of food there. And I don't know where these ants are coming from. And then this is his new routine. So after he eats, he goes into his little apartment over there and he grooms himself. And he'll probably sit here grooming himself for a good 10 minutes. Because, you know, outside cats, they don't want to smell like food at all. So every time they eat, they groom themselves very thoroughly so no one could smell food on them, because if a predator walks around and smells food on a cat, they might attack the cat. So natural cats always groom themselves very well after they eat. So I went inside while Boo was grooming himself because I need to get things done inside. I'm on like double cat duty all week. I'm out here with Boo for like a good hour and a half to 2 hours almost every day this week. And then I have the cats inside to deal with also. So it's just been a lot of cat time, and it's just been a really busy week. But Boo loves this cardboard cat scratcher. Look, he's sleeping on it. And Stella did the same thing when this was inside. She loved sitting on this. She loved sleeping on it more so than the other cats. Now, it's my theory that Stella and Boo are actually related. I think they're brothers and sisters. I could be wrong there, but that's just the feeling that I get from observing them. They're both like the same age and everything, and they both appeared on the scene at the same time. And they are very similar in many ways. So here's Boo. I don't want to disturb him. I'm just going to let him just kind of like chill out for a little while. Okay, so here is the part of the patio where the rug was last year. You could see the outline. The year before last year is when I power washed this patio, and it was looking beautiful, and right now it's looking really dirty. But anyway, I am going to move the rug over here and then see if Boo likes it better. So look at this. At some point he came back and ate more food. Do you guys see all this bird poop on the patio? All this bird poop is here because the birds discovered the dry cat food that was in the automatic feeder. So when the feeder would dispense food, if the cats didn't eat it right away, you'd have a whole bunch of birds here coming to eat the food, and they would poop all over the patio. So that's like another reason why I decided I'm just going to put that feeder away for a while, because there's just way too much bird poop this year. Okay, so here it is. The rug is back where it was last year. It is like deja vu all over again. And the lounge chair is also on the rug, just like it was last year. And there's Boo. He's still relaxing under the house. He loves that cat scratcher. So I think Boo wants to play. I'm gonna see what happens if I bring the toy on a string out and play with him on the rug. He loves that football toy though. Look how clean he is for a feral cat. It's because he grooms himself all the time. Boo, you want to play? Boo just totally scratched up this rug. I couldn't get the camera on fast enough. But watch, he's gonna play. He'll play on this rug now because I moved the rug. He's right there. He's right there. See him? Okay, watch it. See? He's on the rug. He's gonna play on the rug now. He'll play on the rug because I moved the rug. The cats loved the hanging toys on this lounge chair. They had a really good time with them. They killed a few of them. So these are easy to replace because they're just Dollar Tree toys hanging through the roof of the lounge chair. So right now I'm feeding him treats on the play rug. There's always an audience. Always an audience. So right now there's a little bit of a showdown going on. Here's Boo, closest to me, and then through the fence, if you can see him, that's Hydrox. They're staring at each other. So Hydrox just walked away, and now Boo is running up to the fence and wanting to see where he's going. So here's what's going on in the front. Hydrox is hanging out near the steps. And then do you see Boo? See the green bush? See the black figure to the left of the green bush? That's Boo. So there the two of them are. Maybe they're around 10 feet away from each other? They better not be getting into a fight. Red sky at night, sailor's delight. Hello, Stella. So here's today's food for the outside cats. It is some Friskies, turkey and giblets pate, along with some dry food. It's Nature's Recipe, grain-free, salmon and potato dry food on top. And today, I'm leaving the liquid on the bottom and I'm leaving the dry food on the top because I feel like Boo likes the crunchiness of the dry food and I don't want to wet all this dry food down. I just came outside and here's Hydrox. He's hanging out by the house, just waiting for his food. Come on, Boo, let's eat. So I just called for Boo. He obviously knows his name or the sound of my voice because he just popped up from behind the fence and now he's coming here to eat. I put his food under the table so it's protected in case it rains. Forecast does not say rain today, but for July right now it is like 60 degrees and overcast and really yucky weather. Good morning, Boo. Eat your food. Hydrox is eating his food. He's eating his dries. He's enjoying the crunchies, so my theory was correct. Sometimes they do like the different texture of the crunchies. And there goes Boo doing his morning stretches. He's going straight to the food and he's licking up the liquid. And I do feel like a little bit of raindrops on me. It is now 10:30 a.m. and Boo ate all of his food. And I would say Hydrox maybe ate like half of his food, but he did drink all of the water that was around and in the food. Okay, so it is 5:30 p.m. right now. I just came outside and Hydrox and Boo were sitting about 5 feet away from each other. Like, I can't figure out if they're becoming friends or what, because once I came out, then Hydrox just walked away. And here's Boo. I came outside about 5 or 10 minutes ago to clean out those cat bowls. He must have heard me, so he came out. I didn't even call for him, but they're both getting ready for dinner because it's 5:30, but they're not eating yet. It's too early. So this is the cat water trough that I had outside last summer. Right now it needs to be cleaned and refilled, but this is what I put out for the cats to drink out of during the day whenever they feel thirsty. It's just like a big tub of water, and normally the top would be duct tape to the bottom so it doesn't slide around. I just haven't had a chance to do that yet. Maybe I'll do that today. But I am going to empty this out, clean it, and refill it. And Boo's just going to sit here and watch me. And watch Hydrox. Boo. Boo, do you know your name? Is your name Boo? What you doing, Boo? Hey, Boo, what you doing? What you doing? So as I'm refilling this plastic water tub, Boo is watching me and he's decided that he's getting more comfortable. So what I'm gonna do is, I found these water toys from last year. Last year the kittens liked to play with these when they were floating in the water. So I'm gonna clean these up, I'm gonna fill up that tub with water, and maybe Boo will wanna play with them. There's the tub, there's the lounge chair, there's Boo. I wonder if he's gonna come over and play. He's watching Hydrox. He wants to play, he just wants to play with this instead. Who are you looking for? Right now he's about 3 feet away from me. Just to give you an idea of the proximity. So right now, the way that the sunlight is hitting his head, like in that space where the fur is missing, there is no redness at all. There's like no pink, no redness, nothing. I think maybe he was hit by a paw. I don't know whose paw. A raccoon paw, skunk paw, possum paw. I don't know. See, right here, he doesn't even look like he's missing fur. It's only certain angles. And of course, Stella's watching. She's in her comfortable lounging position out the window. So I just brought out the bag of treats, and I'm sitting here crinkling the treats, and Boo's walking over to me. Want some treats, Boo? Boo, you want some treats? What's he gonna do? Is he gonna move toward me or away from me? Is he gonna rub against the furniture? Want some treats? Treats? Okay, Boo. Okay, Boo, we'll have treats. We'll have treats. I don't want to spoil your dinner, though. Okay? Treats? Nice boys get treats, right? Right now he's within a foot of this camera, which is basically within a foot of me. Hello, Boo. I just put the bag down. I just want to see what he would do. Come on, one more treat. Here. I want to see if he'll smell the bag. If he's gonna knock my hand. You gonna smell the bag? Hey. Right now, this cat is more comfortable with me than Splash. Get the other one, Boo. There's one more. Okay, here. 2 more. Want them? One more. Okay, good boy. Good boy. He's very close to me right now. Like, I could obviously just reach out and touch him and pet him, but I don't want to do that. I want to wait until he's more comfortable. Or I want to wait until he approaches me. So this is the feeding table for the cats. This is what I used last year. Basically as a weather covering for the cat food in case it rains. I keep the cat food under here, like the wet food that I feed them, so if it rains, the food does not get wet. See all this stuff on top of this table? This is all bird poop. When the automatic feeder was out here, the birds discovered that they love eating cat food, and they would just eat it all, and they would sit around here and fly around here and poop. So right now I just want to clean all of this off. And Boo's sitting here watching. Right, Boo? Guys, check this out. Okay, he's moving now, but so I move over here in the corner to wash this table because here's the hose and I have a sponge. And Boo literally followed me here, and he just sat right here, like in this corner, literally like a foot away from me, just hanging out. And I went to get the camera, and then when I came back, he walked away. I guess that spooked him out a little bit, but I was like, oh my gosh, I need to get like another pocket-sized camera. This is like too big to put in my pocket. That way I could document these things better. Oh, I thought he walked away, but look, he didn't walk away at all. He's right here. He's under the corner of the house. Again, like really close to me, probably like 2 feet. He's gonna sit here and he's gonna watch me wash this table. Boo, you wanna wash the table with me? Do you? Wanna wash it? Gonna help me? Gonna help me? Okay, so the table has now been washed. It's nice and clean, and I'm just gonna let it sit here and dry. And then once it's dry, I'll show you what I want to do with it. And here's Hydrox. He's sitting here on the other end of the patio watching Boo. And there's Boo on the opposite end of the patio watching Hydrox. And there's Splash in the window watching them both. And there's Stella in the window watching Splash. So Boo moved over towards the fence because I've been cleaning off this patio furniture. This was also covered in bird poop. So it's relatively clean now. It's the best I could do. Pretty much got everything except for maybe like a few deep stains on these seats, but I scrubbed them with detergent and I've rinsed them off. So until I can figure something out, that's the best that's going to be. This is actually a wooden replacement for this table. If you watch some of the old videos from last summer, you'll see that this had a beautiful smoky glass top. And one day I was home and I decided that I was hungry and I wanted to just literally run to McDonald's, which is only a minute or 2 away. I never eat McDonald's. I don't know what got into me that day, but for some reason I had this crazy McDonald's craving. And I was only gone for like 5 minutes, but in those 5 minutes while I was gone, I don't know if it was like a mini tornado or what, but when I got back, the beautiful glass table had been picked up and was thrown across the patio, and it was upside down, and it was in like a million shards of glass. It was the tempered glass, so it wasn't like sharp pieces. It was just all little small pieces that needed to be swept up and cleaned. And with the 2 kittens and Stella in the backyard at the time, it was a lot of work to keep them away from all the broken glass. So since then, this table has been replaced with wood. We made this, it's like a custom wood insert for the table. It's just like a temporary thing. Eventually I'll probably get a new patio set, but I will never get one with a glass table again. So I found this ball toy in my garage. Last year the cats did not like playing with any toys that had bells at all. They didn't like toys that made noise. So everything was just ultimately put away. This is one of the bigger balls. I threw it out on the grass, and so far Boo has no interest in it at all. Yeah, he could care less about it. Okay guys, let me show you what's going on now. So I got the stick, right? And what I want to do with the stick is I want to just kind of touch his paws, kind of pet him with the stick, right? And what I was able to do is I was able to rub his cheek. You know how cats love it when you rub their cheeks? Watch, watch. I was able to do that, and he was starting to like enjoy it. Then I grabbed the camera, so it disrupted him a little bit. But you know, this is like another tactic you can use. Once they're used to playing with the toy on the stick, once they're not afraid of the stick, you could just, you know, touch their paws with it, kind of pet them with the stick, and they'll get used to that. Okay, let's see if we could pet him. Let's try to get his cheeks. Look at this. Look at this. Tummy. Tummy rub. He's like way close to me right now. Let's try to pet his head. He likes that. I'm rubbing his head. He really likes that. Because that's where the mother cat would lick him. I don't want to get too close to that spot where his fur was off, so I was doing the top of his head, like right there, see? Hello, Boo. Let's try to rub his cheeks. Let's try to rub his cheeks. See, I got it. I got the cheek. See it? He's really enjoying this right now. I'm rubbing his cheek. Yeah, he's all tied up in knots. Hello, Boo. He has the same exact eyes as Stella and the kittens. Okay, it's now like 7:15 p.m. and the cats are getting fed. Boo is having a little bit of the Friskies turkey pate with one of the perfect portions, one of the Sheba perfect portions, turkeys, and then he has dry food on top of that. And there's also some water in the bottom. There's water on the side. Look. Look. He's coming up to me. Is he gonna come up to me to get his food? Yeah, look. Look at this. Hey, Boo, you wanna eat? Boo, you wanna eat some food? He's rubbing against the house. That's exactly what Stella used to do. First he'll rub against the house, and then he'll end up rubbing against me. So he's making progress. And there's Hydrox waiting across the patio. And then here's Boo again. Look, he came up on the steps. Hey Boo, you want to eat? Hey Boo, you want to eat some food? You want to eat some food? Now I'm intentionally not giving him this food right now because I want to see what he's going to do. This is a really good time. Again, when cats are hungry, like before they eat, this is the best time to try to instill new behaviors in them. That's why you always see animal trainers rewarding with treats. Cats and animals always respond to positive reinforcement with food. Hey, Boo! Okay, now he's scratching on the doormat. Last year, I had a different watermelon doormat, and the cats used to love laying on it. I would open the door in the morning, and the cats would be sleeping on the doormat. So there's Boo. Hey Boo, you want to eat some food? We're gonna eat? Yeah, he's circling me. He just made a complete circle of me. You want to eat some food, Boo? You're hungry? Yeah. Alright, let's give Boo some food. And Boo's right there, eating his food. I just gave it to him. He's licking up the water first. Hydrox, want to eat some food? Come on. Here. See, he walks away. Come on. So I'm going to give him his food here. So Hydrox is eating his food, and he goes straight for the crunchies. So Boo finished eating. Then he went on his cardboard cat scratcher, and he was grooming himself. Now he's playing with his little football toy. That toy's been out here since last year. That was one of the toys that the kittens used all the time. Now Boo has it as his own. I don't know where he found it. I think he's smelling for catnip from the catnip the other day. He ate all of his food, like all of it. So I think we're gonna give him some more. He loves that cat scratcher. He loves laying on it. Come on, you want more food? Here, there's food. Did you see him running? He just came running from the food. I just gave him another one of these Sheba Perfect Portions turkey pate. He's about 6 inches away from me right now, like maybe a foot maximum. I'm like right here. So Boo just finished off the food I gave him, and he walked very slowly over to Hydrox's bowl. And now, it looks like he's gonna eat Hydrox's food. I just gave him a handful of the dry food. Come on, Boo, eat your food. Boo, I'll give you food, eat it. Eat your food, Boo. He's looking around. So he finished his dinner, and now he's taking his walk to the front yard. Maybe he's going to the woods. I don't know. There's Boo. He's in the front yard. He's totally surprised to see me. I'm just talking to him through the window. Hey, Boo, what are you doing? See? He's shocked. Hello, Boo. Okay, you just missed it because I did not have this camera with me. The camera was inside, but I'm going to describe what happened to you. What happened right here at this door. So I was playing with Boo with that little toy on the string, and he came up here on the steps. And he came up here, and he was like right here on the mat, right? And Stella was right inside the door. And Boo was out here, Stella was inside, and they were smelling each other through the glass. Like, it was so weird to watch. Like, I don't know, it's like they recognized each other, but they were very, very cautious. It's kind of sad too, because, you know, one's on one side of the door, the other's on the other side of the door. And I don't want to let Stella out because she's so nice and clean right now, and I don't want her like getting scraped up the way Boo got scraped up. And Boo's not gonna go inside anytime soon just because he's not there yet. I don't know if he'll ever be there yet. There's so many different variables to consider, but I think I gotta get another camera. I gotta get a smaller camera that'll like fit in my pocket or something. He loves this cardboard cat scratcher. Loves it. He loves it just as much as Stella loved it when it was inside. But, you know, he's been kind of afraid to go back near the door. I've been trying to lure him back near the door with this toy, and he's afraid to go back there. I think he's a little bit afraid of whatever cat is on the other side. But they weren't growling at each other or anything. They were just more curious. I have a feeling that Stella was the bossy one in the relationship, and Boo just kind of did whatever Stella told him. He's a very easygoing cat. Here's the audience. What are you guys doing? Okay, it is 8:45 a.m. I don't see Boo or Hydrax anywhere. It's a really nice day today, or at least so far it seems like it's going to be. They're probably out hunting somewhere, so I'm leaving his food right here. Here's his food dish from last night. It has been lit clean. I don't know if it was by him or by one of the other animals. And here's Hydrax's food dish again, lit clean. But his water's dirty, so it looks like either a raccoon or a skunk took a bath in it. There's Hydrax. He's laying in the bushes. This is Hydrax's food. He's sitting on the other side of the bushes from it, so he should come and eat it. And here's Stella. Nosy Stella. Gotta see what's going on. Won't let me inside the door. Hydrax has started to eat his food. Today I'm giving him half the amount of food that I'm giving Boo, because he's been eating less than Boo's been eating. And this would be the first meal that Boo has missed since his incident. It is 6:17 p.m. right now. I've been working out here for about a half hour, pulling weeds out of the landscaping. And I have not seen Boo. He has not come by. So this is the first day. This is day 7. And this is the first day that he wasn't here for breakfast, and he's not here now. I haven't seen Hydrax either this afternoon, so I don't know where either of them are. I'm going to continue to work in my garage area for a little while, and then I'm going to go inside. It's 6:39 p.m. Hydrax showed up. He's laying in the grass, hanging out. I'm not putting any food out yet. So right now it's about 6:50 p.m. I was cleaning up my garage a little bit, and I was just about to go inside and call it a day when Boo showed up. Here's Boo. Looks like he was sleeping somewhere. And his head is starting to look better. At least I think it's starting to look better. Let's see if we can get a close-up. It's hard to tell in the camera. Hey, Boo. Wanna play? He's looking at Hydrox. Hey, boo. Wanna play? You never want to put treats or food too close to the cat shelters, because then predators will go there. Is he gonna eat it there? You don't want it? You don't want the treat? No? I'm gonna go get him some real food. So here is their dinner. It's the Friskies poultry platter pate with some of the Nature's Recipe dry food on top. There's some water on the bottom of it, and there's also some water on the side. And Boo is now getting twice the amount of food that Hydrox is getting. It might not look that way. He's actually getting twice the amount of wet food because Hydrox has been leaving some leftover food there lately, so Boo has been eating all his food. So I just gave him his food. Once again, he goes straight to licking up the liquid. And here's Hydrox. Today he's licking up the liquid also. It was a very hot day today. It was hot and sunny and beautiful. So it's 7:15. Hydrox ate a little bit of his food and he's lounging on the driveway. Boo ate a lot of his food, and when I just came back outside, he kind of got distracted. So, but he does this. He'll eat part of it and then he'll go back to it. Now he's cleaning himself. He doesn't want to let go of it. Oh, he let go. Actually, you know what, guys? Look. I just realized that this toy is already coming apart. I mean, look, all the stuffing's coming out. This toy's already a mess. I'm gonna go inside and see if I have another toy. Okay, I found one of these teaser wand toys. I have like a closet with some surplus cat toys in it, and I found one of these. I don't have any more of the toy and the string ones, but I have one of these. I wonder if Boo would want to play with one of these. He loves it. He doesn't want to let go. So I let go. What you doing, Boo? You relaxing? He just wants to lay on it. I'm gonna let him sleep. He's hugging the toy, and he's sleeping on the rug. He's still sleeping. He changed positions, but he's having a really good nap. And I was sitting here in a chair reading a book, and I don't want to move because if I move, he might not get up, and maybe he really needs some sleep. I don't know what he did all day. Hello, Boo. Hello, Boo. What you doing? How you doing, Boo? You tired? Today's audience. He's going to hang out in his apartment. His behavior is a lot like Stella's behavior with the toys. This snaky toy is Stella's absolute favorite toy on a stick. And Boo loves it also. Like, he plays with it the same way she plays with it. The other cats don't play with it like that. What's the matter, Boo? You want to rest? Okay, I'll let you rest. Give me the toy. You hear a noise? Want some treats, Boo? Here. Come on, we're gonna eat treats? Let's eat treats. Come on, you want treats? I'll give you treats. Come on. Eat it. You don't like it? Here, there's another one. You can eat it. You don't like these treats? Here. Smell them? Want different treats? Want Temptations? Yeah. Want Temptations? Yeah. Come here. Oh, he just rubbed against the chair. He's starting to rub against the furniture like he owns it. Come on, Boo. Here. Here. Want a treat? Here. Eat the treat. Come on. It's treats. Here. Okay, so he likes Temptations. He's not crazy about the Meow Mix anymore. These were the Meow Mix brushing bites. Yep, now he's gonna finish his food. See how he is? He eats half of it and then he comes back to it. So now Boo's gonna go through his grooming routine. And I'm gonna go inside, call it a night because it's getting late and I have other things that I need to be doing. So this was day 7. Good night, Boo. Good night, Boo. I'll see you tomorrow. So this is what I just woke up to. Rugs all over the place. The food plate overturned. Hopefully there was no food on it. Was this like a statement? They really didn't like the food I gave them, although it was the raw food that they always eat. Sometimes when you open a bag of it, it seems like maybe it's a little bit freezer burned or something. Yeah. So this is what they did. It is 8:30 a.m. I wanted to get up early today, but instead I ended up sleeping until about 8 o'clock. I just needed the sleep. I was exhausted. So right now they're getting Friskies pate with a handful of dry food and water. And I don't see Boo. I opened the door and I don't see Boo, but Hydrox is right here. Did you see him? And right now he's sitting in the bushes. And there goes Mr. Boo. It looks like he just woke up. I don't know if he was sleeping in one of the cat houses, but here he comes. Hey Boo, you wanna eat? Come on, you want some food? Want some food? Here, come on, you want some food? He's looking for Hydrox, but he's looking in the wrong area. Come on. I just gave Hydrox his food. His food was on top. There's Hydrox. And here's Boo. Hey Boo. Wanna eat some food? Come on. Let's eat. Let's eat food. Let's eat food. I'll put it down for you. Come on. There you go. Eat your food. So Hydrox is eating. Boo is eating. Today he went for the crunchies. And Stella's sitting by the door, watching Hydrox and watching Boo. At 10:15 a.m. Hydrox ate a little bit of his food, and Boo ate most of his food. He definitely licked up all the liquid that was in the food over here. It is now 1 p.m. Someone else came by and ate more of Hydrox's food. I moved it over in the shade a little while ago. I don't know if it was Hydrox or Boo or whoever. Boo had finished his food before, and I cleaned out the bowl, and now there's just water in it. It's in the shade under the cat table, and none of the cats are around. Feral cats usually sleep during the middle of the day. They'll find some place safe and cool to sleep. Last year, Stella and the kittens used to like to sleep under the house. Of course, at that time, there were no cat shelters under the house, so it did get a really nice breeze. Now with the shelters under the house, I don't think it gets as much coolness as it did last year. It is 6:36 p.m. I just got home and I'm inside with the cats. I'm just about to feed them, and look who is hanging out by the door. It's Boo. Hey Boo. We're gonna eat dinner soon, okay? You see Stella? Here's Stella. And there's Boo. Here's Stella. And there's Boo. Stella, you see Boo? Stella, you see Boo? Come on. Do you see Boo? Hey, Boo! How are you, Boo? He's getting comfortable. Stella moved away from the door a little bit. Hey, Boo! Let's see what happens if I open the door a little bit. Are they gonna smell each other? No, Stella has no interest. Hey, Boo! What are you doing, Stella? There he goes. There she goes. Okay, I'm gonna feed the inside cats. Boo, I'll be out in a little bit. Give me 5 or 10 minutes, okay? Alright, Boo? Give me about 5 minutes, okay? I'll be out in a minute. Okay, so here's the food. And there's Boo. Hey, Boo, are you hungry? Would you like to eat? I think his face is looking better. It looks like his lost fur is starting to grow in. Hey, Boo, you want to eat dinner? Are you hungry? Are you hungry? You want to eat? Boo, you want to eat dinner? Yeah. Yeah, you want to eat? So right now I am doing this on purpose, as I explained in a previous video. In case you did not see the previous video, I'm putting the food here inside the door where he can see it, because that way he associates being inside with food. He associates being inside with things that he likes. He associates being inside with good things, basically. And so if he ever comes inside, that is one of the reasons why he will come inside, because he will have that association with it. So for anyone who thinks it's mean or cruel not to feed him right away, this is a training method. Now, the other thing that I'm doing is I'm talking to him and I'm trying to get him to understand the words food and eat. Hey, Boo, you want to eat? Hey, Boo, you want some food? You want to eat some food? You want dinner? It's through repetition that the cats learn what those words mean. It's also through association. So if I say those words before I feed him dinner, he's going to associate those words or those sounds. Maybe cats don't understand words, maybe they understand sounds. He will then associate those sounds with eating and with getting fed and with food. Boo, you want to eat? Boo, are you hungry? Want to eat dinner? Want to eat some food? Yeah? Okay. So I'm not going to totally torture the cat by doing this for like a half hour or anything, but you know, for a few minutes, it's perfectly fine. That's weird. That's really weird. I thought I heard someone hiss. He just hissed? Why is he hissing at me? Boo, why are you hissing at me? Why are you hissing at me? You're not getting fed if you're hissing at me. Okay, Boo. Why is he hissing? Boo! Move over and stop hissing. Move over. Move over. Come on. Stop. So he's hissing because he's afraid of the inside cats. What is the matter with you? Stop hissing. You want to eat? Do you want to eat? Would you like to eat? Now he's meowing. Would you like to eat some food? Hey? What are you doing? What is the matter with you? Stop hissing. Why are you hissing? First he hisses and then he meows. Okay, want to eat? I'll give you your food. You don't hiss at me. You don't hiss at me. Come on. You don't hiss at me. You're not going to get fed if you hiss at me. Okay, eat your food. I told him he didn't hiss at me, and then he laid down, and then I put his food down. Now he could eat it. He has 2 perfect portions, Sheba chicken, and some dry food and some water. This is Hydrox's food. I don't know where Hydrox is, but I'm going to put it out for him. Anyway. Okay, right now it is 7 p.m. and Boo pretty much just ate all his food. He left some dry nuggets there. So I am going to go inside. I'm going to get him one more Sheba, and he'll probably eat that also. Boo, do you want more food? There's Hydrox. Hydrox showed up for dinner. Here, you want more food? Come on. Here. One more? Oh. Hold up, there's more. Move over. So if you notice, he drank all of the liquid that was in the food area before. So it was a really hot day. He must have been really thirsty. And now he's chowing down on the Sheba. He has food on his nose. So he just polished off 3 Shebas. Should I give him a 4th one? There's still a little bit of it there in the corner, but... Yep, looks like he just got the end of it. I'm gonna go get him a 4th one. He's not grooming himself, so he's not done. Want another one? Move over. One more. Here, you want it off the spoon? No? Alright guys, that was huge progress. This is huge progress because he did not swat my hand away. I half expected him to swat my hand away when I put the food in the bowl with the spoon. And when I put the spoon up to him, he actually smelled the spoon. In the past, when I tried to do that, he would literally smack my hand. Hydrox is finally eating his food. Stella is watching from the window. When I tried to pick her up this morning, she was really nervous and she was like crying. I think it's because she's afraid that I'm gonna bring her outside. Like I'm pretty sure she's afraid that when I pick her up, it means I might be taking her outside, and she doesn't want to do that. And here's Boo, he's watching Hydrox. And for some reason today, the food is attracting a lot of flies. I don't know why. Is it because it's like really hot out? It's like 84 degrees right now. So this is the bug spray that I'm using right now. It's Skeeter Screen, personal mosquito deterrent. Also deters gnats, chiggers, no-see-ums, biting flies, fleas, and ticks. It's date-free, safe, effective, long-lasting. I got this at Whole Foods in Austin, Texas last year, and it's worked really well. It says it is a water-based essential oil formula that helps protect the entire family from biting insects. Lasts for hours and leaves the skin smooth and dry, not oily or greasy. And the active ingredients are geraniol, geranium oil, cedar oil, rosemary oil, peppermint oil, clove oil, and thyme oil. Also water, calcium benzoate, and sodium bicarbonate. So I liked it because it was an all-natural spray and it was full of essential oils, and it's done a pretty good job of keeping mosquitoes away. Pooh's playing with his toy. There's not a whole lot of life left in this toy. Any minute now, all the stuffing is going to come right out of it. See it already coming out of it? It is now 7:41 p.m. and Boo is sleeping. He fell asleep on his toy. He's taking a nap. I've been sitting here on a chair, talking on the phone. He's been pretty much just sleeping the whole time. See the toy? See all the stuffing coming out of the toy? I'm pretty sure this is the last day I'll be using this toy. So I wanted to see what would happen if I went inside for a little while, and this is what happened. He got up. He's not sleeping anymore. So this is the little portable stool that I used last year when I wanted to sit outside with the cats, because I don't want to sit on the ground. There's ants and stuff on the ground. And see this? It's really small. It's portable. It has a little carry handle on top, and it folds. See right here? And then right here, it's really easy to put together and have a little stool. And now that I'm outside again, there goes Boo, he's gonna sleep. So there's the stool. It's about 2 feet away from him. So now I want to see what happens if I sit on the stool. So I'm sitting here on the stool, and here's Boo. He hasn't moved. He's just laying here. He's probably gonna take a nap. It is now 8 p.m. and Boo is still sleeping. He's really sleeping with one eye open because every time he hears a noise, he looks around a little bit. But for the most part, he's sleeping. And this is how close I am to him. Maybe 18 inches? It's 8:15 p.m. He's still sleeping. His paw just touched the camera. Okay, it's 8:30 right now. These are today's breakfast bowls. They're still outside. These are the dinner bowls. I'm leaving the breakfast bowls and the dinner bowls outside because I don't want to turn the hose on to hose these off because it's going to disturb Boo. And this is one of the reasons why I bought 3 sets of these bowls, because they're still clean bowls inside for breakfast. I could give them the breakfast on the clean bowls. And then tomorrow, during daylight, when there aren't any cats around, I could hose down all the bowls and then bring them inside when they're clean. Here goes Boo. There's still some food in there, Boo. You want some treats? Are you hungry? Do you want some treats? Maybe he wants some treats. He's eating treats right now. He just went back to finish his food. Boo, there's a few treats here. See that? I just tapped him with the spoon. He'll have to finish grooming himself over there. He could probably eat like another whole thing of this Sheba, but I'm not giving him any more because it's starting to get dark. And I need to go inside. I've been out here, it's about 2 hours now? I'm ready to call it a night. There's Splash in the window. And I don't know what the neighbors are doing with their dog, but they need to let it inside so it stops barking. I just gave him a handful of dry food. I keep a bag of dry food in the garage. So I just grabbed a handful. He'll eat this. And then he's had quite a big dinner. Okay, Boo, I'm going inside. You have a good night, Boo. Have a good night, Boo. It's like 8:15 a.m. and I forgot to defrost the raw food today for the cat's breakfast. So I gave them Sheba. These are the perfect portions, chicken pate. And look, they barely touch it. Like, Stella ate a little bit of it. They've turned into total food snobs. If it's not their raw food, they don't like to eat it. And even with the raw food, if it's not the bites, like if I get them the medallions instead, they won't eat them. And this is what I found when I got up. This was like a paper towel roll that they've been playing with. I guess maybe they've been laying on it, see how flat it is. And they've decided that they want to chew it up. So here it is, all chewed up. Stella, did you do this? And this is what they did to the new moving blankets that are covering the sofa. Right now there's actually 2 covers on the sofa. There's this gray cover, which is like a king-size bedspread covering it. And then I also got these heavy-duty moving blankets because I was told that they really protect furniture from cats. And this, under these blankets, is a leather sofa bed that looks like a pincushion because the cats got to it. So I'm going to try to protect as much of it as I can. It was purchased way before I had any idea that there would be cats in this house. If I had to purchase furniture again, I definitely would not get leather. It is 8:20 a.m. and the outside cats are getting fed their food. It is the Friskies, turkey and giblets, pate with the Nature's Recipe dry food on top. And of course there's water in the bottom of the food and there's also water on the side. And here's Hydrox. He's sitting on the rug, which is surprising because this is usually Boo's side of the patio. Now, I've had my windows open all night and I have not heard any cat fights at all. So, yeah, this is interesting. I don't know why he's walking away that way. He might go around the house and come back around the other side, but I just gave him his food. It's just, I don't want him eating Boo's food and then Boo showing up and there being a fight. I don't know where Boo is right now. And this water is really dirty today, so yeah, it looks like someone's been washing in this tub. All of these bowls need to be rinsed out. Yep, see, Hydrox came around the house and he's eating his food. He knows where his food is versus Boo's food. I just rinsed off all of these food bowls. Now I'm going to take them inside to wash them. And here's Stella following me around. So it's 7:35. I just got home and I don't know what's wrong with Boo's eye. Something is wrong with his left eye. It's like tearing and he's keeping it shut. Was he in a fight? What happened, Boo? Boo, let me see your eye. Boo, let me see your eye. There's something majorly wrong with his eye. I hope the eye's still there. Oh my gosh. What's the matter, Boo? What's wrong, Boo? Can I see your eye, please? Can I see your eye? Boo, can I see your eye? Boo, let me see your eye, please. Can I see your eye? Yeah, this is not good. There's something really wrong with his eye. Okay, I see the eye in there. Okay, phew. At least it looks like the eye is there. Maybe he just has something in it. Maybe it was scratched. I don't know. I'm gonna give him some food. The eye looks okay when he's opening it now. So maybe it just got scratched and there's just something in there. So this is Hydrox. He's sitting here, he's waiting for food also. I don't really trust Hydrox, to be honest with you. I've seen this cat get in fights like years ago, way before Stella and Boo were even on the scene. I've seen this cat get in fights, so I don't really trust this one. Okay, it is 7:40. I fed the inside cats, and now I'm feeding the outside cats. Boo's getting the Sheba Perfect Portions turkey pate with some Nature's Recipe dry food on top. There's a little water on the bottom. I also put about 3 drops of the herbal anti-parasite, antibacterial tincture for his eye, and then Hydrox is getting Frisky's turkey with the same stuff. I also brought out the pet carrier. What I did for Stella and the kittens was I kept this carrier outside for quite a while. It's a plastic carrier, it's weather resistant, and I got them used to that. So like if I needed to get Boo to a vet right now, I don't know how I would do that, because he's not gonna like let me pick him up or anything. His eye, obviously something's wrong with his eye, but it doesn't look incredibly bad. Like it looks like he could heal that on his own. Uh-oh. Now there's howling. Who's howling? It sounds like, is Boo howling at Hydrox? I think it was coming from Boo, which makes me think that Hydrox would be like a culprit. Hydrox is looking at me like he's guilty. Here's Boo, he's eating his food. Now, I also want to mention that last night was a very crazy night around here. One of my neighbors that lives maybe like 3 houses down, something happened to their gas furnace last night, pretty late, like around 10 or 11 o'clock. From what I heard, the gas furnace fell off the wall, and there were 5 fire trucks here. And they had the flashing lights going, and just, it was really loud. There's a lot of commotion. There was a lot of firemen because, if the gas furnace, something happens to it, potentially you have a gas leak, potentially the house can explode. So they made everyone that lives in the house evacuate the house until probably like 1 or 2 in the morning. Those fire trucks were here for hours. And I went outside and just to see what was going on, and I saw a lot of firemen, like all dressed up in full fire gear. They were even pulling big water hoses into the yard and into the house. So I don't know, I guess they were preparing for the worst. So there was a lot of commotion here, probably I would say from like 11 p.m. all the way up to 2 o'clock in the morning. I mean, I was up until like 1 or 1:30, and when I finally fell asleep, there were still fire trucks in the road. So yeah, so I don't know, I think it was just like a rough night all around for all of the local animals, not just like Boo and Hydrox, but for the neighbors, cats and dogs also. Although Boo's eye does look like something's wrong with it, like obviously it's tearing up, the eye itself looks okay. I don't see any redness. I don't see any like abrasions or anything. It could honestly be that he got something in his eye, because that can happen. It happens to humans. It could happen to animals also. Now you have to also remember that animals in nature do a really good job of healing themselves. When animals in nature are sick, they usually fast, which means they don't eat anything. A lot of times they don't even drink anything. And when they do that, all of their body's energy goes to healing whatever is wrong with them. They'll also like rest a lot. And so we have to be able to trust the animal's instinct that they know best when it comes to their health a lot of the times, especially when it comes to healing themselves. So maybe that's why he wasn't around for breakfast. Maybe he was resting. Maybe he was, fasting to let his body do what it needs to do naturally to heal itself. So I'm just gonna see what happens. I mean, it's a good sign that he has the eye more open now. So Hydrox is sitting there and he's still not eating anything. He's just sitting there. watching. I want to review the security camera footage and see if that picked up anything. Right now, he's cleaning himself. He had a really good appetite, so that's a good sign. And the eye is already looking a little bit better, like he's had it open and it looks like it's drying up. So it could just be that he had something in it. However, Hydrox has not even touched his food, which is odd for him because usually he'll at least eat like half of it. He's just kind of like moping. Now here's the pet carrier, so I've taken it outside now and I'm just leaving it here near the door. Just because I don't really have a better place to put it right now. If Boo walks up here, he can lay in it and then see everything that's going on, because there are holes in the like sides of it, and obviously the front is open. And then with it just being out here, he could get used to it a little bit better. Okay, so here's Boo. I mean, his eye still looks like it's bothering him a little bit, but it does look better than it was before. Like, obviously it's not going to heal instantaneously, but I'm just going to watch it very closely. I just brought outside a piece of cooked chicken. This was in my refrigerator, so I'm going to give this to him and see if he'll like to eat this. Do you want some chicken? Here, one piece of chicken? He's licking it. You don't want chicken? He doesn't know what it is. No? You don't like chicken? No? Here. Here. Boo. Piece of chicken? Here. One piece of chicken? Here. Is he gonna eat it? This is organic chicken. His eye definitely looks irritated. Okay, he enjoyed that chicken. I'll give him another piece. Okay, so I'm looking at it again, and what I thought was his eye looking irritated just looks like dried tears on his fur. Let me see if I can get a close-up for you guys. Okay, see? Both eyes look okay. It's just that left eye has a lot of like dried tears around it. He really likes the chicken, which is good because the inside cats won't eat it. So right now he's like a foot away from me. He's really close to me. It's okay, Boo. It's okay, Boo. You're okay. Eat your food. You done? Are you done with your food? Yeah, he doesn't like Hydrox. I'll give him the last piece. He doesn't have to eat them, but they're there. So now, when I turn around to look at Hydrox, Hydrox just walked away. He was eating his food for a little bit, but he just walked away. He knows he did something wrong. And there's Stella watching from the door. I wonder if she saw anything today. So I don't know if you guys could tell this, but Boo's actually a little cat. Like, he's not a big cat at all. And Simba is also a little cat. Out of the 3 cats inside, Splash is definitely the biggest cat. And then would come Stella. And then Simba is definitely the smallest one. He's also the lightest one. And Boo looks to be about the same size as Simba. Like, he's not a big cat at all. Right now, he probably only weighs, I don't know, like 9 pounds. I don't want to overexert him or anything, but, you know, he does like this toy, so we could just play a little bit. He's watching Hydrax. I don't even see Hydrax. I guess Hydrax is on the other side of the bush. Look how skinny he is, though. Like, he needs to eat. So I'd rather give him more than enough food than not enough food. And there's Stella watching from the window. So I'm sitting on this little, like, portable stool, and there's Boo. I mean, this is only maybe 3.5 feet away. We're on the same rug. He likes it when I hang out with him. Right, Boo? Right, Boo? He just wants to rest. This is his new thing. He likes to just chill out. Look at that. Boo's showing me his tummy. Hey, Boo. Hey, Boo Berry. What big teeth you have, Boo. Hey, Boo. What do you think would happen if I tried to, like, pet his leg? You think he would go after me? He's really close to me right now. I'm like an inch away from him. I don't want to freak him out. He doesn't mind this. Last summer, Stella scratched me quite often, but it was never deep scratches. It was just like very superficial scratches. I don't know about Boo, but, you know, also Stella rubbed up against me, so I knew it was like okay to eventually try to pet her. He hasn't tried to do that yet. And I don't want to rush anything. Last year with Stella and the other cats, I didn't rush anything at all, and I don't want to feel like I'm rushing anything just for the sake of these videos. I really just want to document things as they happen. So that's like another consideration. Hello. Hello. Simba used to sleep on top of this all the time. Here. I just put some citronella lanterns on because even with bug spray, I'm getting all eaten up today. It's horrible. You know, the other thing is he could have gotten a bug in his eye. You know, there's a lot of bugs out here. Boo loves this toy. Loves it. So right now it is 8:45 p.m. I should be going inside because it is definitely getting dark out. It's practically dark. And you can't see this, but right now Boo's looking at me. He's like saying, don't go inside. He wants me to just hang out with him out here. On the video it kind of looks like a full moon, but it's actually like a half moon. So last year, the cats used to love to lay on these chair cushions. Like they would jump on the chairs and lay on the chairs. This was one of their favorite chairs. And they would also lay on the table. But I don't know why, but Boo is just too well-mannered to jump on the furniture. Hello, Boo. His eye's still a bit watery. So I gave Boo a big handful of dry food. He ate all that. He ate the raw food. And he's watching me put the feeder together. So I'm putting the automatic feeder back, but I'm only putting it on a morning schedule. So right now I have it set for like 6 o'clock in the morning to dispense a half cup of dry food. Maybe if Hydrox is starting to get nasty, maybe that's why. Maybe they're fighting over food. I don't know, but I'm just going to test this out. Plus I also know that Boo does come around the patio around 6 a.m., around 6:15, 6:30, around that time frame. I have seen it on security cameras. So if that's the case, he could also eat some dry food at that time. Okay, so there we go. The feeder is back. It is scheduled for 6 a.m. or around that time tomorrow morning. I put the housing over it because we potentially may be getting rain overnight or tomorrow. Hope we do because we really need some. And yeah, we'll see what happens. See, look, Boo's already looking in there. There's no dry food in there though. It is out here though. I did put more dry food in the blue bowl. Boo! Boo! Eat the food. Yeah, it's food. Eat it. There's dry food there. You can eat the food. It is 9:08 p.m. It is dark out, and yeah, Boo would hang out with me all night. Boo would want me to sit here with him all night, but I can't do that. I have to go in because it's getting late and I have other things I need to do. So I'm gonna have to say goodnight to Boo and call it a night. Boo, I have to go inside, okay? Okay, Boo, I'm going inside. You gonna have a good night? Maybe I'll leave the spotlights on. That's what I'll probably do. Here are the cats looking out the window. And there's Boo. Do you see him? Boo's on the watermelon map. That's where these cats used to be last year. They'd be waiting on the watermelon map by the door. It is 7:54 a.m. and here's Boo. His eye is looking better than it was yesterday. I mean, it's still crusty. There's still like dried tears around it, but it's open. He's still blinking it a little more than normal. It's still a little closed more than normal, but it's much better than it was when I came home yesterday, because at least he has it open most of the time. So he's gonna sit here. I'm gonna get your food, Boo, okay? Here's Stella. Stella, you gonna watch Boo? You gonna watch Boo? You see Boo? Do you see Boo? Hey, Boo. Okay, so this is Boo's food right now. The cats have not eaten all their breakfast. So on the bottom of this is the Nature's Variety Instinct Raw Bites chicken. And then there's some of the Instinct nuggets on top. I'm really hoping he eats this raw food because if he needs to heal his eye, this is the best thing that he could eat. If he eats the raw food, it's easier for his body to digest it, and it's easier for him to use the nutrients in the food to heal himself. Here he goes. He's hissing at me again. Whenever he sees the cats inside and then I come outside, he's going to hiss at me. Look, he meows and then he hisses. Hello, Boo. Want to eat? He's smelling the air. He's rubbing the furniture. Is he going to hiss again? You going to hiss again, Boo? You going to hiss? Come on. Okay. All those other dishes need to be cleaned up. Come on, Boo, I'm going to feed you. Actually, I'm going to feed you over there. Move over. No, not up here. Come on. Over here. Back here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you'll get your food. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, eat your food right there. I didn't want to feed him too close to Hydrox's area. Eat your food. Eat your food, Boo. I also put some of the medication drops in it. The herbal tincture. Hopefully he'll eat all that food and then I can give him more. And then this is Hydrox's food. He's just getting some turkey friskies. And he's also getting the Nature's Variety dry food on top. So there's the dry food in the feeder. It does look like Boo ate some of the dry food out of the feeder. He's licking up the water that I put in the bottom of the food. I just saw him eat some of the raw food, which is a good thing. But my Rose of Sharon is blooming. That looks nice. Okay, so while he's eating Hydrox's food, I'm gonna rinse off these bowls that I have on the bushes. So I moved both foods together over here, and Boo ate some of both of the foods, but he already ate probably like a quarter cup of that dry food out of the feeder, so I think he's had a good breakfast. I want to try to get a close-up of the eye for you guys. Boo! Treats? Want treats? Okay. You know, you never know Boo has any white fur on him until he rolls over on his back and exposes his belly. So yeah, his eye looks like it's doing better today than it was doing yesterday. It doesn't appear to be watery. There's obviously like all of those dried tear stains around it, but it seems to be on the road to recovery. Look what we have here. All 3 cats. Balcony seats for today's show. I just went inside and got one of these homemade dehydrated chicken treats. This one has a little bit of catnip in it. I'm gonna cut it into small pieces and see if Boo wants to eat it. Boo, you want a treat? Want a treat? Here. Want to eat it? No, he wants to clean himself. Here, right there. Here. No, right here. Eat it. It's a treat. Is he gonna eat it? It's very crunchy. He's chewing it. There, he ate it. Maybe he wants another piece. That other thing right there is like a cherry pit or something. I think from the birds. Boo ate it all. He likes it. Those treats were a hit with him and with Simba. Like that, Boo? Right now he's like a foot away from me. Like that, Boo? Like the treats? Okay, so I was just playing with him and I put my hand out like that and he smacked my paw. And look, there's no claw marks on it. Like, his claws were out a little tiny bit, but it wasn't like a vicious smack or anything. So that's a good sign. Now, if Boo had his way, I'd be sitting out here playing with him all day. But I can't do that because I have things to do and I have to get to work today. Let me touch his tail. We don't like that. He doesn't like that. See, I don't want him to get nervous. Like, I don't want him to think I'm, like, attacking him. Do you guys hear all these birds? They're, like, all spreading the word that the food is back in the backyard. I know they are. It's like I'm surrounded. I hear them from all sides, like 360 degrees. I know if I'm gonna go inside, they're gonna probably be down here, although Boo's here. So if Boo stays here, they'll probably keep the birds away. So right now it is 7:50 p.m. and I am just getting home. I had to run a few errands after I left my office today. And here we have Boo. He's looking better. Here we have Boo. He's looking better. He's hanging out by his food bowl. And here we have Hydrox. I hope they've been getting along with each other. I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna feed the inside cats, then I'm gonna come out and feed these cats. How you doing, Boo? You feeling better? So it looks like he's cleaned up his face. There's not as many dried tears on his eye anymore. And yeah, so it looks like it's on the mend. Hey, Simba. There's Simba. There's Boo. Hey, Boo. I'll be out in a minute, okay? Just give me a few minutes. I have to feed the inside cats, okay? Give me a few minutes. So today it rained about 3 hours ago, like around 4 p.m. We had thunderstorms pass through here. So usually when it rains, the cats will find some place to sleep. And hopefully Boo stayed in a shelter or wherever he hangs out. Simba, is that your daddy? You see your daddy? Simba, is that your daddy? Simba, look at your daddy. See your daddy? Boo, you see Simba? Do you recognize Simba? You don't recognize Simba? Now, chances are he's going to hiss at me when I go outside because that's what he did the other day. When I showed him cats inside, he hissed at me outside. So, let's see if that happens or if he got over it. So here's Boo. He's waiting for me by the back door. It took a little longer than I thought it would to put the bowls together just because they weren't washed. I didn't have time to wash them this morning, so I had to wash them now. So here's the food. Today they're getting Friskies, turkey and giblets dinner with Nature's Recipe, salmon and potato, dried food on top of it, and they also have water. And I just remembered I forgot to put Boo's drops in the herbal tincture that I have him on for his eye. So let me go get that. Okay, so I'm taking the food out to feed him, and I am expecting him to hiss. Because every time he's seen cats through this door, when I go outside, he hisses. So let's see what happens. Move over. You gonna eat? You gonna be a good boy? See? He's hissing. You gonna be a good boy? You gonna eat? Come on, Boo. Let's eat. Okay. Okay. Let me put the food down. I have 2 trays in one hand, okay? Wait. Here. He doesn't even want to wait for me to put it down. Okay, so he did really good. He made one little hiss, and that was it. That's a big improvement from the other day. Okay, so here's Hydrox. Here you go, Hydrox. Here's your food. Hydrox looks a little... Oh. Now he's hissing. He's hissing at Hydrox. What are you doing? Eat your food and stop hissing. Go ahead. Go eat. Go eat your food. And his tail's all big too now. See, something's going on between him and Hydrox. Come on. Eat your food. Eat your food. Now he's howling. Eat your food. Come on. Come on. You want me to move this over? You want me to move this over for you? You want me to stand here and block Hydrox? I'm like standing a foot away from his food right now. So I've been checking the security camera footage that I have of this backyard area, and I never see him and Hydrox getting in a fight. Like, I never even see them together on the patio. Like, the only time I see them both out here is like when I'm out here. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. Maybe he's just jealous. So now Hydrox is eating his food. I kind of feel bad for Hydrox right now, but at the same time, I don't know, I feel like he kind of instigates things. He's not as innocent as he seems. I want to go inside. I want to put bug spray on. I have not eaten dinner yet. It's like 8 o'clock. I'm starving. But I don't think I'm going to eat anything because I think I'm just going to go in, put on some bug spray, maybe get something to drink, and then just come back outside because I don't trust these two. So I just came back outside and Boo's been kind of like walking circles around me. Hydrox stopped eating. He's now grooming himself on the driveway. So I'm thinking we have some kind of territorial conflict going on. Hopefully it's not going to turn into a war or anything. There needs to be a way for both of them to peacefully coexist. Okay, so tonight, in addition to the bug spray, I have this citronella lantern burning. I also have a stick of incense. Incense really helps keep bugs away. I have this other citronella lantern burning. I have a stick of incense in this area. I have another citronella lantern I have a stick of incense over here and another citronella lantern hanging here. So hopefully with 4 citronella lanterns and 3 sticks of incense, I won't get bit up too bad. The bug spray has been doing its job, but still, I always end up missing areas. And last year, it was really bad. This year has not been as bad for some reason. Even when I get bit, it only lasts like an hour or 2, and then I feel like the bite is gone. So, yeah. Plus, I know I'm going to be out here with Boo until probably like 9 or 9:30. Although everything is wet, so it's like I don't want to play with him on the rug because the rug is like soaked. These patio chairs are soaked. My little stool that was inside is not soaked, so I could take that out and I could sit on that, and then I could probably play with him on the concrete for a little bit. Boo's eating his food. I gave him a lot of food today. Instead of having to refill it 3 times, I figured let me just give him a lot at once. This cat could probably benefit from putting on some weight. So one of the things that happened tonight while I was lighting the lanterns is that I left this garage door open and Boo walked into the garage. Like, he walked into the garage and he looked like he was going to start exploring, but I have so much stuff in there right now. Like, I don't want him around the snowblower or the lawnmower or any of the kind of like bug killers or lawn chemicals or anything like that. So when I saw him go in there, he probably got about 8 feet into the garage, and I went over to the door and I was like, oh no, Boo, you have to get out of here. You have to get out of the garage. And he listened to me, and I cleared the door for him. Like, I got myself out of the doorway and he came right out of the garage. So this is a very, very smart cat. Like, he definitely understands when you talk to him. Okay, so I've been sitting here on the phone and Boo has been staring down Hydrox. He just sat down right now. Boo just sat down. And there's Hydrox. He's trying to get on the patio, maybe to eat his food. I want to try to move his food over to him, but last time I did that, Boo got mad. But Boo has to, like, learn that Hydrox belongs here also. Now he's washing his face, so his eye looks a lot better. I just gave him a handful of dry food because he was looking around the feeder. And then I just put the container down just to see what he'd do to it. The container was inside, so I wonder if he smells the other cats on it. He should eat it because sometimes he just likes the dry food. But he's really watching Hydrox tonight. He's not very much in the mood for playing. I moved Hydrox's food over so it's more toward the walkway. So Hydrox just came over to eat more of his food. And Boo is sitting here eating his food. And I would say they're about 12 feet away from each other. Maybe 14. Boo is enjoying his dry food. Okay, so today we had thunderstorms and it rained. And I'm just curious as to how much of this carpet actually got wet. So there's the cardboard scratcher underneath it, and you could see that the cardboard scratcher stayed dry even through a thunderstorm, so that's really good. And right there you could see like the line of dry and the line of wet of the patio. So now the question is, how much of the rug is wet and how much of the rug is dry? Okay, and I'm feeling this rug, and actually, other than the very tip here, this entire thing is dry. Like, just this very edge, I could feel wetness, but other than that, this is all dry. Like, this is right here, this is dry, and then like here, like that's wet. So that's pretty good. So I moved Hydrox's food bowl a little bit farther down the walkway just because I want him to eat. It was such bad weather today, and it's just too late to have to deal with any kind of cat fights or any problems or anything. So that's where everything is at right now. Right now it is 8:47 p.m. For some reason today feels like it's darker than yesterday. I don't know if it's just because of the weather. It's a lot cooler than yesterday. Right now the thermometer says it's about 63 degrees. At this time yesterday it was probably like 80, around 80. So here's Boo near the front door. I just put a flashlight on him. He was in the bushes because I knew he came to the front yard because he saw Hydrox leave his food bowl. So when Hydrox left his food bowl, Boo walked up to the front yard because he wanted to see where Hydrox was going. And what he does is he sits in the bushes and he watches Hydrox. And I don't need any cat fights in my yard right now, so I wanted to see what was going on here. So I shined the flashlight on Boo, and then he walked over to like the front door. So here he is right now. He'll probably go back in the backyard, but right now he's watching Hydrox. He wants to see where Hydrox is going. I feel like Boo is staking out his territory. Uh-oh. Now Boo is probably going to go to the woods. He's going to cross the street. See him crossing the street? So Boo is now running across the street, or at least he's walking pretty fast. He's going back to his wild ways. He loves the woods. Like, he loves those woods. I've seen him all the way up and down this block in the woods. Yeah, he's walking. I don't know if you could see him. He's walking in the street against the curb, way down the block. And I'm sure you can't see him because it's really dark. Yeah. I don't know if he's chasing Hydrox or what, but there he goes, off into the woods. And that's another day with Boo. Thank you for watching this LuckyFerals video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you'd like me to post more videos, and please make sure to check out these other videos that were selected especially for you.